Hey everyone, so it's already time for March favorites. I know I did a current favorites video at the beginning of the month, but I do have a lot of new favorites that I decided I wanted to film a video about because I knew I'd be getting so many questions about my makeup. Because whenever I start doing something different, you guys always ask me about it, which I totally appreciate. So I don't know, I just found a lot of really good things this month that I wanted to share with you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is this Garnier Blackhead Eliminating Scrub. I saw this in a pre-roll ad on so many YouTube videos, and blackheads are really the thing that I suffer. Not suffer because I don't have chronic blackheads, but blackheads are kind of my main concern with my skin. I don't get that many pimples. I mean, pimples are inevitable, everyone gets them, but mainly I am more concerned about blackheads, and I like exfoliating my skin. So when I heard about this, by watching the pre-roll ads, so I guess they're working, I guess they have them for a reason, I really wanted to try it. So when I was in Vermont visiting Sierra a couple of weeks ago, I think at the end of February, I picked it up and it was only $5, and I really like it. I noticed a really drastic difference in my skin. I told Sierra she needed to buy it, she bought it, she loves it, or I think she loves it, and it just really does a good job of kind of clearing up my skin, exfoliating, taking off my makeup. And this is for oily skin, and I have noticed my skin has been a little bit more oily recently. I'm always using oil blotting sheets. Definitely give it a chance if you do have blackheads like I do, or if that is one of your skin concerns, then I definitely recommend the Garnier Clean Blackhead Eliminating Scrub. I used to buy a lot of my face washes from Sephora, but I figured if I can get this for $5 and it does a really good job, then why not? So the next thing is a really dirty MAC Strobe Cream. But what I've been loving using this for is I apply it on top of my foundation, just kind of on my cheekbones, and then a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, just kind of everywhere where I want a little bit more of a natural glow. And then I just blend it in on top of my foundation and concealer using the same brush. And I just really like the way it makes my skin look a little bit more glowy, a little bit more dewy, especially in these winter months when I'm not getting that much sun and when I don't necessarily have that summer glow. I think this does a really good job of imitating that kind of look in the middle of winter. I think this would look so nice on your legs in the summer, mixed into your lotion, or just even on your face or your shoulder. Plus MAC makes them in little sizes now, so if you want to just try it without buying the full bottle, I think it is a good option. Plus, if you don't like it on your face, you can use it on your body, which is always a plus. The next thing is not a new product. It's my Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer, and the reason why I'm mentioning it in this video is because I went through about a week of not having it just because I lost it in my room. I don't know what happens in my room. I clean it every night. It's spotless, and then by the end of the day, it's clothes everywhere, stuff everywhere. I have cups that I didn't even know I drank from. It just my room turns into a mess at night somehow, and I always have to clean it right before I go to bed, and it's just an endless cycle. I don't know what goes on in my room. This was somehow in my bed, under the sheets, and I didn't think to check under my bed, under the sheets, when I was looking for this everywhere. And let me tell you, I missed this stuff so much, and I didn't want to buy a new one because I knew it was in my house, and this is $40 and I don't need to buy one yet. So I didn't really want to buy one, especially with summer coming up. I knew I would have to buy a shade darker very soon, so I didn't want to do that. But when I found it, I was so happy. It just honestly is the best concealer ever. I was using some concealers that I had a Lancome one, I had a Laura Mercier one, I had some drugstore ones, but nothing compares to this one, and I just missed it so much when I didn't have it. It covers my under eye circles so well, covers blemishes so well, and honestly, it is just the best concealer ever. And I've had this tube literally since October, and I still have a lot more to go. This stuff never ends. So yes, it's expensive to buy in one shot, $40 for concealer, but you won't have to buy this for probably half a year. The only reason why I'll probably have to buy another one soon is because I'm going to be getting darker with summer and everything. Okay, I have a little bit of a story. So I mentioned this I think in one of my other favorites videos, or I know I mentioned it in a video, but Maybelline sent me this giant kind of case of products, which was so much fun because I got to try so many things that I wouldn't necessarily have gotten to try otherwise, or have thought to purchase otherwise. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway with Maybelline. They're sending me a box to give away to one of you, so I'm trying to think of a fun way to do that. Sent a bunch of the color tattoos, and I had always seen them, but I was I went through my paint pot phase when I was 14. I don't need more cream eyeshadows, they're not really my thing. But this color in Chocolate Suede number 95 is so beautiful, and I wear this every day underneath my new favorite eyeshadow. And I'm going to talk about why I like this so much with this particular eyeshadow and why this is like a little duo for me. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I went through kind of like phases with my eyeshadows, but one thing is always the same. I always stick to like bronzy kind of shades on my eyes just because I feel like that's what looks best on me. All last summer and like this fall, I guess, I was really into the Top Shelf Duo by Bare Minerals. But they changed the formulation and the colors in them, and I wasn't really a fan of it when I went to Sephora. So then I became obsessed with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I loved the color Creme Brulee in the Chocolate Bar palette. It was like this beautiful bronzy color. I'm kind of picky when it comes to bronzy colors just because my skin tone and like my hair even, I pull really red and kind of coppery on my skin tone. So a lot of colors that don't necessarily look rosy in the pot, they tend to look a lot rosy on me. Then I had hit pan, like major pan on my Creme Brulee by Too Faced. So I went to Sephora one day and I was like, I'm going with the intention of getting a dupe for those two colors because they're very, very similar in color. But let me tell you, it was harder than I thought. So I ended up getting this color by Urban Decay and it's called Chase. And it is my favorite eyeshadow. Honestly, I don't think I will ever be purchasing another eyeshadow because I have like my go-to look. I don't play around with color. I'm not adventurous. I'm not going to wear purple and greens and blues on my eyes. That's just not me. That's not my style, except on Halloween. The reason why I talked about the color tattoo is because I feel like when you just put it on your lid, like on top of a primer, it doesn't pop the way that it should or the way that I like it to. So I just put a little bit of this on my eyelid and I did film a Get Ready With Me, so you'll see how I do it eventually. I don't know when that Get Ready With Me is going to go up. I don't think I'll be buying another eyeshadow for a really, really long time. I think I'll just keep repurchasing this, or if Too Faced brings out the Creme Brulee color individually, which I wish they would. If anyone from Too Faced is watching this, if you guys want to send me like one pan of Creme Brulee, I'd be so happy. Chase is a very good replacement. Now I'm going to talk about lips. And I get so many questions about my lip products, and honestly, when people ask me like what lip color I'm wearing, whether it be on Instagram or in videos, it's kind of hard to always answer because I have so many different lip products that sometimes I'll be doing my makeup and I'll put on this liner and then I'll put on this lipstick and then I'll layer something else and I'll put on more liner. So it's always a giant mix of things, but I do have a bunch of go-to colors and I am going to be filming a top 10 lip products video soon. My favorite lipstick this month has definitely been Victoria by Alexa Persico Cosmetics, and I need to order another one like ASAP. This is like my type of color. It's nudish, it's pinkish, it is just beautiful with some liner. So I have been wearing this constantly this entire month. It has become one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. I love the texture, I love the way it looks on your lips. It is creamy, but it's not matte, and I don't like a completely matte lip, but I don't like super shiny, lip glossy looking lips. So this is just a perfect balance. The next thing I want to talk about is a hair product, and this is Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. And this says it smooths, volumizes, conditions, strengthens, and polishes. And you just put this on your damp hair. I just put a little dollop or, I don't know, like nickel-sized amount and rub it through my damp hair. And I love it. It smells so nice. Like, you can get Living Proof at Sephora, so it is a little bit more of a pricey product, but I really notice a difference in my hair when I use it. And I never noticed it, but whenever I use this in my hair, I just like my hair more. And I always thought like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this in my hair, whatever. But then when I realized when I don't use it, it definitely makes a difference in my hair. It makes my hair so soft, and even if I do my hair straight like I do today, it still has a little bit of volume that it otherwise wouldn't have. I've also been using Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioners because they sent them to me. And I've tried a lot of expensive shampoos and a lot of expensive conditioners, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know if expensive conditioners and shampoos are worth the hype. Definitely styling products and oils, I agree. I think it is worth spending a little bit more money on. But as for shampoos and conditioners, I'm not completely sold on like spending $20 on a bottle when I can buy like a Pantene product or a Herbal Essence product and like the result just as much, if not more. The conditioners I find I don't love because I can't use that much because it's expensive for the bottle. Like, I bought a Frederic Fekkai one and I hated it because no matter how much I used, I didn't feel like it got through my hair. I didn't feel like it was smoothing my hair. I don't know if I would recommend like the expensive shampoos and conditioners, but I definitely recommend this 5-in-1 styling treatment. Now I'm going to move into a fashion favorite of the month, and it is a leather jacket. This is mine. It's from Topshop, and I posted a couple pictures, or maybe just one, on Instagram, but I also wore it in the vlog, and I got a lot of questions about the leather jacket in the vlog. I was always the type of person, I was just like, you know, leather jackets just aren't for me, and then I tried this one on, and I really, really, really loved it. I just felt like it fit me really, really well. Just for reference, my size is a US size 2. I just want to say something. In my videos where I mention my size, I get like a lot of flack by people, I think just like haters or something, and they're just like, oh my gosh, why are you telling us your size? You just want us to know that you're small. So then I stopped doing it just because I didn't want to offend anyone by saying my size. Everyone has different sizes, and I guess my size isn't that important to some people. So I don't mention my size in like my spring haul video, and people were asking me in like all the comments, like, what size are you in this? What size are you in that? It was just funny because when I don't mention them, people are like, oh, what size are you? Why didn't you mention your size? And then if I do mention it, people are like, you're just trying to prove how skinny you are now. So no, I'm not trying to prove anything. I don't care if everyone knows in the world that I'm a size 2 or a size 4. It doesn't really matter to me. I just like when I'm watching videos when people mention their size, just so I can kind of gauge what size I would be, especially if it was an online store. I don't like get off on people knowing that like my size or my weight. It's really not that important. People are just crazy. I don't know if it's available now. I did see Mel Soldera. She posted a leather jacket on Instagram from Zara that looks basically identical. So if you like the look of my jacket, then go ahead and check out the Zara one. The last thing I just want to talk about really quick is a tea from Starbucks, and this is the Teavana Youth Berry tea, and I just got an extra package because this tea is very, very strong. I was at my friend Jake's house. We went to get a tea. I was like, oh, this tea is so good, and so he got one. He was like, this tea is a little acidic for my taste because it is very, very strong, especially if you let it steep with 2 tea bags. So I like getting 1 tea bag, and then since you're paying for like 2 tea bags, you can get one on the side. This is just a really fruity, delicious tea, and I like to leave it out. Like I like to just brew it and then leave it, stick it in the fridge, or even in the car overnight. Is that gross? I don't think so, but like, because it's cold out. It's really, really good ice too. I went to get a massage, and they were selling like these little bottles of OPI, and I loved this color. It's a very, very light green. It's like a green Fiji. You guys know I'm all about those Fiji colors. I have my blue Fiji, I have my purple Fiji, I have my pink Fiji, and now I have my green Fiji. It is just a beautiful color. Unfortunately, I don't know the name because it is a mini bottle. There's no name on it. So if anyone knows the name of this, please let me know so I can tell you guys, but also because I want to get a big bottle of this. It's just an OPI nail polish. It's opaque, light green. So that was my monthly favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you've been loving this month, and I will talk to you soon.